Researchers working on climate change have identified the McElderry Park neighborhood in East Baltimore as the hottest neighborhood in the city. WMAR 2 News' Mark Roper, in partnership with the University of Maryland's Howard Center for Investigative Journalism, takes a look at the disparity of global warming's impact on their community. So, Mark, how is McElderry Park being hit harder than other Baltimore neighborhoods?
Good morning, Christian. Well, researchers call it a heat island, which means the conditions of the neighborhood make people living there more likely to have health issues made worse by extreme temps. But there are several other factors which play a role in how some neighbors deal with their health and well-being when it comes to climate change. Baltimore's McElderry Park neighborhood might not be the first place which comes to mind when people think about the effects of climate change.
People think about some mountain somewhere where the ice is melting, running this place, causing this or that. You know, they don't think about the simple air that you're breathing in your neighborhood.
Researchers have mapped out conditions which make some zip codes in cities hotter than others. We're not talking about real estate, but various hotspots found in cities around the country called urban heat islands. Reporters with the University of Maryland's Howard Center for Investigative Journalism found the combination of heat-trapping row houses, fewer trees, and a lack of air conditioning can cause people to get sick and makes others with chronic illnesses worse. But even those who are fortunate enough to have AC might not run it. Faced with the cost of a high electric bill, some neighbors make a choice between their health and well-being and their wallet.
We find some of the elderly individuals are passing because they try to preserve from running their air condition, and they keep it off, and sometimes they're not conscientious that with the heat off, it's more dangerous for their life.
You turn the air on. You do what you have to do. You know, there are ways you cut back. I mean, you just have to be conscious of the costs and prepare for this kind of weather and do what you need to do to survive.
With a population of about 4,000, the 2010 census shows survival in McElderry Park means more than 25% of families live in poverty. Only half the people who live here have a job. 15% are unemployed, and more than 35% aren't looking for a job or are able to work. And for families struggling to make ends meet, air conditioning could seem like a luxury.
Baltimore Gas and Electric is not a company that wants an answer if you don't have the money. They want the money and no service.
Of course, there are less expensive options than running AC.
Fan is not sufficient. It blows out a lot of heat instead of air. So you're running a bill up and you're not getting service from it.
So we asked Miss Ida if staying cool is worth the price.
Do you run yours?
Yes, I do. I'm 82, but I run it, and I just have to suffer the cost of paying a high electric bill.
And while climate change affects the people living in this Baltimore heat island, students at the University of Maryland Howard Center for Investigative Journalism hope to bring change not only in the way people think about the problem, but to help solve it. To find out what's being done to combat the effects of climate change in neighborhoods like McElderry Park, just look for this story on our website, WMAR2news.com. Christian?
Okay, Mark, thanks very much for